Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Randall and Rueff here. Call sign is Kilo 9, Romeo Mike Romeo. That's K9RMR. Today is Thursday, August the 9th, 2018 AD. It's 11:47 p.m. And I want to make a little video here about ham radios. Now, I'm to the point now I can afford the Icom 73 because of the price reduction. I've got $1,100 in the bank in my savings. I've got a $1,100 CD from selling my Jeep. Plus, I got about $10 or $15 in my checking. So I could, based on what's available from Gigaparts and free shipping, assuming there's no taxes, I could get right now. I could go out and get an Icom 7300, and it'll probably be here in a few days, depending on how fast the shipping is. So, let's see. Gigaparts is 09, DX Engineering's 04, so it's a few dollars difference. Not a big deal here. So let's go to the just to see what's going on here. Oh dang! So it's even cheaper yet. It's $1,000. Dang! So I could get this plus some coax cable, and have some money left over. So that would be good. But it's still got the same problem. It only does HF. It only does high frequency. I want something that does HF, VHF, and UHF. So I want a radio that does all three. And this radio does not do that. But overall, as an HF radio, this is one of the best radios. I mean, when you consider, it's not the best radio out there, obviously, for doing it just HF. But when you consider the price point, yeah, it is currently. There are other radios out there that are better, but they cost a lot more. When you consider the performance to price analysis, this right now is probably one of the best HF radios out there. But again, it's just an HF plus 50 megahertz. I want a radio that does HF, VHF, and UHF. And that means, based on what I've heard so far, Yaesu FT991A. Okay. Yaesu. Let's see what's good right here. I'm willing to bet that's free shipping. It's free shipping. Yeah, I bet it is. Okay, now, obviously it's going to cost a little bit more. So, I mean, there's 0.3 to, that's HF. So it does more than, it does 2 meters, 70 centimeters, and then some. 420 to 470, that's 70 centimeters. 420 to 470, 70 centimeters. So it does, basically it does HF plus several bands in there, plus 70 centimeters. So, because 420 to 470 is 70 centimeters. 144 to 148 is 2 meters, so it's obviously the whole 2 meter band's in there. Plus, HF is 3 megahertz to 30. A lot of time, plus, but it says it goes up to 50 megahertz. So, it does all of HF, at least on the amateur band HF. So, I wish it only had one antenna port. I wish you could do both through one antenna, but that's another story. It's got a lot of nice features. Overall, it's the one I want to get though because, see, here we go. Look at this. band coverage. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, 70 centimeters, 2 meters, which is what I use right now on my Handy Talk Baofeng. But it only does it at 50 watts. Of course, you can get an amplifier to amplify that, but that's several $1,000s. So you got 6 meters, 10 meters, 12 meters, 15 meters, 17 meters, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, and 160. So a lot of options there. It does 100 watts so it's got the waterfall display. It's got a lot of options. Overall, weighs under 10 pounds. Let's see, it does equipped with C4 FM digital mode. So you can do Fusion, which is another so you can even do AM here. Look at this. You got some AM capabilities as well. So a lot of nice features. I mean, you can sit here and read it, but it's got a lot of nice features. But supplied accessories, got power cord, spare fuse, operating manual, warranty card. A lot of good reviews. Well, relatively speaking, people that reviewed it. But there's their information there. But let me go back to the radio itself. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. There's a good picture. Is it the fanciest radio going? No, of course not. Is it touchscreen? Yeah, that's cool. The touchscreen really doesn't. I mean, it's a nice feature. But let me tell you the two features that I really like, that I really wanted to get. And that was one, again, HF, VHF, UHF. All modes, plus a waterfall, or a waterfall display here, which allows you to see when other people transmit on the bands, you can see where they're transmitting and where they're not transmitting. For example, obviously right here, where this peak is, there's somebody transmitting in that right there, and right here. You know, you can see. Obviously, this one's more powerful than this one or this one, but there's transmissions here and here and here. I mean, there's several transmissions, and you can see where they're at. And like obviously down here, there's either not a transmission, or it's so low powered, or it's too far away to really pick it up. So you can obviously say, well, you know, if you're looking at the different bands and scanning, obviously it's easy to see. Look right here. Here's a good transmission here. You know, you can see from where you're at and what you're receiving, you can see very easily where people are transmitting and where they're not, or whether there's a good signal or a bad signal. So that makes it real easy. Used to, you'd just have to sit there and dial, and hopefully, you know, you could go to like 14.195, like it shows here, and there might be somebody there, and you're like, well, okay, 14.196. Let's see if there's somebody there. You know, I mean, or you can just sit there and turn it until you heard somebody. Obviously, with the waterfall technology and being able to do that, that has increased the simplicity and ease of finding somebody. Plus, if you transmit, people can find you easier if they have a radio that has a waterfall display. So it works both ways. It's great. It has a maximum power of 100 watts or 50 watts for 2 meters and 70 centimeters. And again, if you get an amplifier, which is an additional $4,000, is the one I'm looking at, that's made by Yaesu, you can go up to a kilowatt or more, which is 1,000 watts. The videos you see on YouTube of the Yaesu amplifier can actually go around 1,200, 1,300. I've seen videos of them doing that, even though they're rated at 1,000. They can sometimes do more. The 1,000 kilowatts, or the kilowatt or 1,000 watts is what the amplifier is rated at. That doesn't mean it's limited to that. And legally, you can do up to 1,500 watts with the fuse on most frequencies. There are some restrictions on some frequencies, but for the most part, 1,500 watts is the legal limit. I'm going to take a screen capture of this video. But it's a nice looking radio. Again, not the biggest, not the best looking, but overall a nice looking radio with a lot of nice features. And like I said, because it does HF, VHF, and UHF, plus it has a waterfall. In my opinion, right now, this is the one I want to get. Still means I have to come up with money for coax cable and an antenna and some way to either put it on top of the house or a tower. I mean, just because you can buy the radio doesn't mean that's the end all and be all. There's other expenses, and that's right now, I'm going to be honest with you, that's my problem. It's not going to be so much getting the radio as it is buying the coax, buying the antenna, being able to afford to have either an antenna installed or getting a tower and installing it on top of the tower. That's where my problem is right now, for the most part. So, let's see what this does. Oh, it just takes two different pictures. Of course, there's a lot of options. But there it is, $1,200. I'm only $100 away. I got $1,100. I think, let's go back to, let's see. Let's see. Okay, FT991A sale. Let's go to the sale, see what the sale price is. Well, I'll be multiple. Well, let's see what the price is. This is what I don't like about this kind of stuff. It doesn't really show you until you view it. View deal. It might be. Now, see, that's even more. That's $1,300. So that's not the best deal, obviously. Let's try this one. No, not even close. Let's compare. Is there a way to? Let's see if there's a. Sometimes I'm okay. Here we go. Best match. Price ascending. Okay, that means it starts at the lowest. Well, it's the same. Okay, so this one right here should be the lowest price. And I don't think it's going to be because that's the $12.99. So ascending, going up. Oh, that's Amazon too. Let me go back. Crap. Amazon. Let's see if there's anything now on Amazon here. A lot of them on Amazon. I'm trying to find one that's not on Amazon here. Let's eBay. See, there's eBay. Free shipping. I'm just clicking on one and see what their deal is. Yeah, see, that's over $1,300 right there. So I think Giga Parts was the best way to go. Anyway, there's a little let's see if there's. Let's go to shopping. Maybe that's what I want to do. I want to go to shopping. Maybe that's what I need to do. See, there's 1182. Default. Low to high. Okay, so let's go down to. That's for the new radio. Accessory bundle. It's the accessory bundle. Okay, so that's. Okay, so there's $1,200, give or take. Yeah, see, there's. 13, 12. Yeah. Okay, there's a better look at the background. You got your, over here, you got your antenna and your HF antenna. You got your radio teletype and data, your tuning line, GPS, external speakers, firewire, your grounding wire. That's not too bad then. Of course, it shows you with another speaker and a good microphone. Okay, they got another video. Here, I'm not going to show the video. It's somebody else's video, obviously. But there it is. That's the radio I'm working on getting. So until next time, I'm K9RMR. That's Randall and Rueff, or Kilo 9 Romeo Mike Romeo. Saying thanks for watching. Have a good day. God bless. 73s.